Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am very tired. Oh, also, just to point out, I did have a portrait of Snow, Cindy, and Aurora hanging up, but in the middle of the night, it decided to come crashing down, which was great. It is now stuck behind my headboard, so. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about how my first day of training went, and I'm planning to do each day, document how my training went so I could get a whole week of it. So I'll start off with how the day went, and then I'll show y'all my costume that I'm going to be wearing. So we start off the day. I woke up at 4:20 this morning. It was very early. The sun wasn't even up. And I've never woken up that early before. Well, except for a trip to Disney. I did wake up at like 3 something though. So, woke up, put on some makeup because I wanted to look presentable for my first day of training. Because they told us to wear like a business casual look, so I wore like my nice little pearl top thing and then some black jeans. And I went ahead and ate breakfast very early in the morning because I was already hungry whenever I was leaving. I went ahead and wore a cardigan because I knew it would be kind of chilly. It was raining as well. So I was walking out, the rain was coming down, I didn't have an umbrella. My hair was getting all kinds of frizzy. I don't know if y'all can see the frizziness of it. It progressively got worse as the day went on, but I met one of my cast members, Nicholas, at the bus stop. We decided to go on the 5:43 bus because our shift started at 7:15, so we wouldn't get there in plenty of time, so we wouldn't be late for the first day. So we ended up waiting for our trainer to show up, and they ended up taking us on a tour. They showed us, you know, we went up to Cinderella's castle and we got to see her in all her glory again. And then we went around to the train station and they were just telling us about some of the history of Walt Disney World, how wonderful it is to work here, all that jazz. And then we got to meet our trainers for the day. We had this wonderful man named Noel, and he was great, and he had a service dog, and he was so cute. I loved him. So he took us around and he kind of showed us where everything was, getting familiar with our area. He showed us what the parade audience control people do whenever the Princess Cavalcade was coming down the streets. We ended up walking behind them and kind of creating a line so people wouldn't come up right behind the cavalcade and get hurt or something. And it was so cool because whenever it was happening, all the princesses were right in front of me, and Cinderella and I made eye contact and she waved at me, and I was like, I was freaking out and crying. Being on that side of things, I got to see so many children just light up and flip out, seeing their favorite princesses, jumping up and down, so excited that their favorite princesses were literally right in front of them. And I like got so emotional. I was like, oh my gosh, people are gonna see me cry. They don't even know me. Got to see some behind the scenes things that I can't say because it's not allowed. Today was just a magical day and it was a very tiring day. I'm ready for the journey ahead for sure. And then we got off at like 3:50-ish. We got back here and now I'm going to show you all what my costume looks like, even though I forgot my blazer. Okay y'all, so this is my first outfit. So I'm wearing a red blazer, which they didn't have any smalls, so this is a medium and it looks like it's swallowing me whole. We got a red blazer with the blue bow tie, and for parade audience control we wear the red blazer with the blue bow tie, and then I have another costume that it's a blue blazer with a red tie for the Town Square Theater where you do meet and greet with Mickey and Tinkerbell. And then I have these navy pants that I wear, and then I'll show y'all the other costume. Alright, and now we have the blue version, so this will be the version that I would wear in the Town Square Theater. And this one fits a lot better because it's extra small, so it actually fits me as opposed to the other red blazer. And then it comes with the red bow tie. I feel like a flight attendant. I don't know. Hey guys, I'm in our living room right now because I didn't want to disturb anyone in here. So I was like, I'll just come in here and try to be quiet. Today I had a shift from 1 to 9:30. We first went to costuming because I got 2 medium vests that did not fit me at all. So I ended up getting this vest, you can see, which, I mean, it's missing a button, but it fit me a little better than those other 2 vests. And then I ended up getting my blazer because I forgot it. We ended up getting on the bus to Magic Kingdom. We waited for our trainers to show up. We had a lovely trainer, his name's Benjamin, and he was very informative, very helpful. Today it was mostly we watched a bunch of training videos, mostly safety things. Apparently there's something called the flag retreat, which I had no idea was a thing at Magic Kingdom, but we're a part of that as parade audience control. We get to do a little parade march, which is cool. And tonight was mostly we got to experience the fireworks and how we have to direct traffic where people need to go whenever they want to see the fireworks. And it was so cool because our trainer, he said that at a moment we could turn around and watch the fireworks, because he said this is the only time you'll be able to watch the fireworks and get paid, that type of thing. Because mostly we have to, you know, focus on the guest and direct them on where to go instead of turning our focus to the castle to watch the fireworks. So it was really cool. We got to do that, and I was literally like tears in my eyes, like crying. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And then we went home. It was definitely a lot of information to take in today, which made me nervous, but my trainer reassured us that it is a lot of information, yes, but as you go on, you get more experience and you feel more comfortable doing things. Oh, and I wanted to tell you a special thing that happened today. So me and one of my cast members, we were walking to go on one of our breaks, and a guest stopped me and she was like, hey, so is there any event that's gonna happen pretty soon, like a parade, cavalcade, anything like that? I was like, actually the fireworks are going to be starting at 8 o'clock this evening. She was like, is there a certain place that I need to stand for that, like a better viewing experience? I can't remember exactly what she said, but I basically said, so if you go all the way to the castle, of course that's where you're gonna find a really good view of the fireworks show, but also if you go down Main Street, you'll get an even better experience, because on Main Street there's the projections on the buildings. It's a better experience, I feel like, on Main Street. So that was my favorite part of the night. That's how my evening has been, and I will update you all with more details for tomorrow. So today was a lot of hands-on things, which I really liked, because I'm that type of person. I like to do hands-on things rather than just seeing something visually, because it just doesn't stick with me whenever I do it that way. And my shift today was from 10 to 6:30. I was one-on-one with my trainer. I didn't have someone else with me. And today he actually showed me how to like roll ropes around my arm, which is really cool. And I also learned how to do the tape. They have a certain way to do corners of the tape. The great thing about being a hack worker is you get to see behind the scenes things, and you get to see the characters beforehand and afterhand, and it's just amazing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm y'all's biggest fan. Y'all are great. I got to do a cavalcade and princess parade. And the first one I got to do was, we were the left escort. So that's the people in the front of the float to make sure people don't step out of line into the road. First, my trainer showed me the way to do it, and then he said, okay, now it's your turn. And it was actually a lot of fun, even though I was a little intimidated at first, because I was like, I don't like telling people what to do. What am I gonna do? Like, once I made my way down the route, I got more comfortable telling people, okay, let's put our legs behind the line, please, thank you, stuff like that. That's our job, basically, to keep people safe. For the princess parade, we actually got to stand behind the float, and I actually do not prefer standing behind the float, because there's a lot more people back there that, you know, whenever the parade goes, people tend to follow the parade, and we're supposed to keep people 5 feet behind us, and some people just want to run up right in front of you, and you're like, okay, let's stay behind, and people coming up beside, so you're kind of like pushing at both sides, like, okay, people. My trainer had me stay a little later. He showed me a couple things that I didn't get to see beforehand, and then I ended up getting on the bus a little later than I wanted to, but it was fine, because I'm like, I'd rather know things than be completely oblivious to what's going on. Tomorrow I have my assessment for parade audience control, which I'm kind of nervous about. That's all for today, so I'm about to eat my dinner because I have not eaten dinner yet. And then I will tell you all about tomorrow. So I'll see y'all then. So today was my final day of training for the parade audience control role. My shift today was from 8:30 to 5. So we got to the bus stop very early. The buses here sometimes are kind of late, and so it makes me really nervous. So we tend to go like an hour before we actually have to start work. Our trainer Benjamin, he had me and another cast member. We did a bunch of reading again, and we actually ended up having our parade audience control assessment today. It was a 15-question thing. I only missed one, which is good, so I went back and fixed the one that I missed and then got 100%. So I'm officially trained in parade audience control, which is kind of crazy because I still feel like I don't know what I'm doing sometimes, but it's fine. My trainer, he said, okay, y'all can go ahead and take off your earning my ears badge. And I was like, wait, what? After we did our assessment, we had lunch, and then he said that we were going to start doing things on our own, which I was very scared for. But he said I would be mostly in one position the whole time. I was designated to be a sweeper. So a sweeper is basically, they stand 100 feet in front of the float that's coming down the street. We tell people to stay behind the yellow line, get on the side of the street, a parade's coming through, that type of thing. I did it several times, and I had a break, came back and did a couple more, and then I left at 5 o'clock. I wanted to mention a magical moment that happened today. I was talking with one of my cast members, and I was saying, hey, I noticed a lot of cast members have Mickey Mouse stickers. And I was like, how do I obtain those? Because I really want them. And he was like, oh, I have several in my pocket. And he gave me some. A little girl was dressed in this like full-on red ball gown. And she had a train in the back. And she was the prettiest little princess I ever did see. I went up to her and I was like, hello, princess. You look so magical today. Would you like a Mickey Mouse sticker? And she was like, uh-huh. So I gave one to her, and she was like eating cotton candy. So her fingers were sticky and she picked it out. And it just made my day because I was like, oh my gosh, I made magic for a little girl, a little princess. Oh, and it was very cold today, y'all. I had my blazer on, my heavy coat, a beanie, white gloves. I was all decked out. I have a layer of leggings underneath my pants. That was my last day of pack training. I think the next time I'm going to update y'all, it'll be next Tuesday because that's when I start my Town Square Theater training. So I'll update y'all then. Hello everyone! Today was my last day of training. I just realized I went ahead and took off my costume because I'd worn it since 6 o'clock this morning, so I was ready to get out of it. But today I had my Town Square Theater training, and it was my first and only day of training for the theater, which was scary. And I didn't know where I was supposed to meet at first, so I ended up asking one of the leaders, and they just told me that I needed to meet in a break room and that they would come and get me. I met her and she's really nice. Her name was Trish. I did a lot of reading today. That was mostly what I focused on, and I was kind of getting overwhelmed because there was a lot of information, and I can only obtain so much information at a time or else I'll get so overwhelmed I won't remember any of it. So she showed me the different roles where people stand, like there's a greeter at the front, people in the rotunda that tell people to keep on their mask and make sure there's no food or drink. They just need to finish it and then they throw it away. And then there's the lightning lane person the people who have lightning lane passes, they scan the, the Mickey thing, and it, glows green if they're good to go, and then it'll turn blue if it's not. Another position that the Town Square Theater cast members have is the Mickey merge. So whenever, there's the lightning lane people and then the standby people, and of course we let the lightning lane people move on forward because, they paid for that, so it's kind of a perk about it. Whenever there's less lightning lane people, will let some of the standby people go. So that was overwhelming at first. I had my trainer do it first and she let me take over. As I kept doing it, I got more comfortable with it, and I was a lot faster because I was slower at first, but then I got a lot faster. I did my assessment as well, so I had training and assessment on the same day, as opposed to PAC where I had several days of training and then I had an assessment on my last day of training for PAC. I didn't do as well on the assessment for the theater. I got a 90% as opposed to, I think I got 93% for the PAC. But my trainer reassured me. She had me answer the questions correctly. So whenever we took our breaks, whatnot, we came back and we did more of the Mickey merge because that was the thing I was kind of still iffy about. She gave me some more like Mickey Mouse stickers that we can give out to guests, so I gave them to some little girls, and then there was this sweet boy in a wheelchair, and he was just so excited. I was just talking with him a bit, and he said that he loved me, and I was like, oh my goodness, you're so sweet, I love you too. And then my trainer, she actually, because he had a Mickey Mouse sticker already, So she had a Jasmine sticker, so I went ahead and gave him a Jasmine sticker. And so it was just amazing. He was just so excited. Yeah, and then after that, we left for the day. And so I'm officially trained in everything that I'm doing for my job, the Parade Audience Control and the Town Square Theater. That's the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed a week of my training and telling you all what that involved. Like and subscribe for more, and make sure to hit that notification bell whenever a new video goes live. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!